Okay, take it away, Bryan.
So before I begin, I'd like to apologize. I wasn't here the last week of this class, so I kind of missed out on this claim to fame. So my project is more just like on my final project and like kind of how my results over the class have led me here. Alright, so to begin, I'd like everyone to take a few moments now and just think about one person in particular who's done something recently and that you're thankful for them for. And okay, so that's basically what my project is about. I named it KUDOShare, and the principle of this project is saying thanks to people who have done something for you. And so I believe that showing appreciation is a means that people can reduce stress. And so what exactly is KUDOShare? So KUDOShare, here's the actual web page that I have KUDOShare of. It's a Facebook event where I have people just post at someone else's name, as you can see here, at something, and they say thank you for whatever the other person has done for them. For example, thank you for driving me to Santa Clara, or thank you for staying up with me last night and helping me study. So this is exactly a method. It's a great method for people to share their thanks in a social medium, so that other people can see, who has done what for other people. And so just a few numbers to show. Over these past 2 weeks, there's been 122 kudos that have been posted. In these 120 kudos, there's been 140 likes, 73 comments, and in the event, currently there's 32 attending, even though originally, out of those 32, I only invited 19 of them. And then I also have 17 page likes in a failed kudo page that I'll talk about later. So, in fact, if you want to look at the numbers more closely, there's been a staggering growth just since last Tuesday. Last Thursday, I had only 60 kudos, 55 likes, 18 comments. And so within these last 4 days, or 3 days, KUDOShare has pretty much doubled. So what does this mean? So if you look at the numbers again, 18 users on KUDOShare have posted more than multiple times. And people keep returning to this page. And part of this could be because of the fact that Facebook has this notification system where when someone else posts on KUDOShare, they get notified, or when someone tags them, they also get notified, and they can easily find their way back on the page. And it's very easy to share. Facebook's newsfeed makes it very, very easy for it to appear in other people's newsfeed and for people to discover the page naturally. And during this time since last Thursday, I've only sent one notification email reminding people to post kudos. And so as you can see, these 60, this one notification, I guess, has generated about 60 more kudos. So how did I do this? Well, I focused on simplicity. I wanted to make sure users had a very, very easy task to do. And to do this, I make them have just one line saying thank you for blank. And to tag them, a lot of my users are already, I guess, acquainted with Facebook, so they're very used to the @tag, and so it did not come as much of a trouble for them. And obviously, put hot triggers in the path of motivated people. And friends are great. Friends are a great way for your project to expand. A lot of people in my project are not people I know, in fact myself, and they're people that my friends have tagged and that have brought along onto this project as well. So my first iteration was part of our first project in this class, which was the text to calm, and I used SMS texting to do this. And for this I had 10 participants, and I just had them send compliments originally. My idea was just saying compliments would help them reduce stress because they're thinking positive thoughts. And the results were, the participants did feel less stress at the end of the study. However, sometimes they felt awkward sending compliments, the responses they got sometimes were thank you, sometimes were smiley faces, but also confusion. One of the responses back was, "Are you drunk?" as they weren't sure what was going on. So there's a perceived lack of authenticity from this experiment. So for my next step, I wanted to make it both more social and more personalized. So I had people send specific thank you texts for what someone has done for them. And for this, I had a Facebook page. I thought a Facebook page would be nice because you can like the page. You can promote with the ad. There's insights, and there's all these nice functions about a page. The problem with the page, I don't know if this is a bug on Facebook, is that when you tag someone on the Facebook page, it doesn't send them a notification. I'm not sure why. I tried looking this up. I couldn't find anything. So I decided just to move on and find something else better. And also for pages, there's no way of mass communication. You can't really communicate with all the people who are trying to actively participate in your study. And so that led me to Facebook events. Oh, here are some of the numbers. The numbers are pretty abysmal. There's 17 page likes. I sent a lot of hot triggers out to try to get people to use it, but it wasn't very successful. And so Facebook events was a great success. It was very easy to invite my friends to this, just with a simple invitation. And tagging on the wall would both post a message on their own wall, but also a message on the person they tagged's wall. And it would be like a double hot trigger for them and their participant. And by posting on the wall, it would notify everyone who's posted on the wall recently that someone else posted on the wall. And then, also nice thing about the Facebook event is I can message all the participants at once, and it also appears in news feeds. So I got some feedback. One person said they actually started using this daily and just started checking it out in their free time. I thought it was really cool. And other people said it was really easy to use. And so just continued success. What can I do to keep it going? I'm not quite sure. I'm thinking maybe if I could find a way to combine the benefits of an event and page, that'd be awesome. And so maybe like an app, Facebook widget, we'll see. And so in conclusion, this is really easy and fun to use. Your friends are a great resource. They're a great way to expand your project. And don't reinvent the wheel. You already have existing platforms that work great for this, such as Facebook and SMS texting. And people like to be thanked. People really, really like to be thanked, and you can see them posting comments, posting their own kudos after they've been tagged themselves. Thank you. I think it's time for a couple questions.
We'll move right into the comments. David, and then Susan.
Yeah, this is amazingly powerful, and you kept it very simple and made it accessible. And we have just tried something like that where doctors can thank other doctor colleagues. And, you know, we're not always the feeling types, and so it's amazing what has come through and how powerful that has been by giving permission and creating a channel for people to be able to show their gratitude to each other. So I think this is very hot.
Susan.
We're actually putting up something very similar for that very reason, because I do think people appreciate the recognition. I think the learning that you got that came across was how to make it authentic, so that people, you know, didn't just think, well, gee, what have you been doing? But I think the opportunity to be thanked and to thank someone else at the same time really makes it much more powerful when it's personalized and individual.
Bryan.
Well, we tend to talk about it in recognition and not in thank you. And what I like about this is it just makes it much more personal. And you kept using the term simple, but it's so true. It's about saying thank you. It doesn't have to be for something large. It can be for something small. But that still gives them that same feeling of not only the person receiving it, but the person giving the message. And I thought that was really nice when you tied that in too, to say, you know, just by doing that, it also empowered those individuals, not just those who received the message, but those that actually delivered it. So
Kyra,
really good.
Kyra, before you go, I just want to make a comment to people who weren't in the class. Did you notice the use of events as an intervention channel and as a way to trigger? So I, as somebody who teaches, I always want to learn something every quarter, and I've learned lots of things, but this is one thing that we've never considered. And it turns out to be a great way to use Facebook to involve people in trigger behaviors. And I don't think anybody's ever recognized that before that I know of. So, Kyra.
I was actually going to note that too. I actually wrote that down as a takeaway from your presentation as well, especially since it sounded like a couple of presentations really weren't able to use Facebook, and so it raised the question for me, what's the best use of Facebook, you know, in the triggering and the framing and the architecture of this, you know, so thank you for revealing that. And, you know, this is a memorable project from when I was there personally with you, and, you know, the authenticity thing that Susan talked about, I think that, you know, it's a skill to be able to authentically appreciate another person, because, you know, as humans we have such bullshit detectors, you know, I hope that that really prevent us from connecting